Page Dorian Productions. Welcome to the American Glutton Social Club.
Hello, thank you for having me here.
Who are we talking about today?
Today, we are going to hear from Aaron.
Oh, wait, am I meant to read this?
No. I think we went back to me reading it.
Did we?
And you commenting.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Should we start again?
No, let's just keep going. Why start again?
Well, I mean, you know.
Listen,
all right.
it's a well-oiled machine at this point.
Machine,
People are just watching just flawlessness flow from us. It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
We are clearly very tech savvy. Like,
yes.
If you take nothing away from this, understand that we are tech savvy people.
Especially me. Okay, so here is a letter that Aaron wrote in. So Aaron says, as an adult, I've battled with my weight for the last 15 years, yo-yoing between being a healthy weight and an unhealthy weight over and over again. In December of 2020, I got COVID. Unfortunately, my case was very mild despite being a lifelong asthmatic who gets bronchitis 1 to 2 times a year. In April of 2021, I decided again to lose weight and be healthier overall. About 1 month in, I stumbled upon this American Glutton podcast, and it changed everything.
Nice.
I was a fan of Ethan and many of his movies, My Name is Earl, and so on, and found his weight loss journey so motivational. And I haven't missed an episode, although sometimes I fall behind, but I always catch up. During July of 2021, I was diagnosed with diverticulitis and decided to completely cut out red meat and cut way back on dairy. By December of 2021, I had lost 50 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah. He said,
isn't it amazing that I think for as much as I like to bag on these kind of blanket food things like, well, everybody should not eat this or everybody should not eat that. How awesome is it when you actually have something that you discover really for you, not in a general sense, but for you, like your body actually has an issue with, you excise it from your diet and have a great result. That's so awesome.
Yeah, it's amazing. I know. And I think it just, in my opinion, goes to show it's not always the same for every person. Like not this, carnivore doesn't work for every person, or a dairy-free diet doesn't necessarily work for every person, but look at what it did for him.
Yeah.
So he says, by December of 2021, I had lost 50 pounds since I started in April. And I feel like Ethan and the American Glutton podcast are a huge contributor to my success so far. That's so awesome.
Thanks so much.
He says his approach of cutting for a certain amount of time, followed by a maintenance period, has completely changed the way I look at dieting and getting healthier. And for the first time, have maintained my weight for the past 8 weeks.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah. He says this Saturday, which is about a week ago, upon waking, I will weigh myself 1 time per month. And starting Sunday, I will start 6 weeks of cutting with the goal of reaching 170 pounds, which is a weight I haven't been at in 16 plus years.
Amazing.
He said, I started this journey at 226 pounds, obese according to my doctor. And in December, I weighed in at 176 pounds, which I never thought I would be able to do. I'm so excited that my new goal of 170 pounds is within my grasp. And I get so pumped up telling people my journey and helping them get started on theirs. Thank you to the American Glutton podcast for changing my life.
I love that so much, Paige. Are you crying? You're crying. That's so sweet. I could cry too. I think I'm going to cry just because you're crying.
I'm sorry.
I'm not trying to shame you for crying.
So touching, like just to know that, you sharing your story, it blows my mind every time. And I've experienced it on, I know what he's explaining, like someone really, when you click with what someone is sharing and you go, I can do that, or just the continual, listening in every week or learning something new, or, you know what I mean? It's just, I don't know, it's incredible, but it's 100% his will and his determination and his taking the things he's listening and applying them to his life, Yeah.
And listen, for as much as I really don't believe there is any one size fits all to dieting. I don't. But like when I try to use the most rational part of my brain to like dissect how diets work and their purpose, and then I look at where I failed so many times. I failed, and I've spoken to a lot of people who have failed because you're not really set up for life by doing a diet. All you're doing is losing weight, and then you're not losing weight anymore. Well, that doesn't handle putting weight back on, which is what got you to the place of needing a diet in the first place. And so this idea of maintenance and this whole thing, like, I don't think it's like a universal solution for everyone, but I don't see how it could be harmful to anyone. You know what I mean? And I do think there are some of these diets where you got somebody saying everybody has to eat this way. And I think that some of those diets could be harmful to some people. You know, I don't think that everybody's gonna, and not harmful, like it's gonna kill you or something like that, but like not great for you, you know, depending on what you do. And like this guy's got diverticulitis. If he had gone on to carnivore, that would have been really bad, right? Not good for his digestion. Mm-hmm. And so this whole rationale of any of these things that is like, no, everybody should, you know, I posted my first recipe cooking thing, which was really just me fucking around and taking my bland food and going, and I'm going to make something tasty to put on top of it, right? And I'm going to add some flavor to this. And I had so many people like, that's not carnivore. You shouldn't mix those things. And I'm like, dude, shut up. This is like, what are you telling me that? Anyway, my point is maintenance. I cannot really, I want to be able to find in my mind. I like to, Clementine, who's 17, says she whiteboards it. And this is what she does for debate because she wants to win both arguments, which is hilarious. And she does often. So she whiteboards it and she'll do a full compelling argument for both sides. And in my life, I want to do that with everything, with every perspective. I want to see the rightness in things. And I want to give people's points of view a fair shake in my head and go like, what's useful and what's valuable out of that? And in trying to come up with negatives for maintenance, I don't have any. I really can't find, you know, if you got somebody who's 500 pounds and they go like, well, I'm just going to do maintenance and maintain my weight. I could go like, okay, if that's what you want to do, you don't want to gain any more weight, fine. But you know, if it's within the context of like trying to change your life, if you've been dealing with a situation that you want to alter, then I really just see maintenance as a benefit. I have a hard time coming up with reasons that it's not a good idea.
Yeah. No, it's amazing. I've been looking at a friend of ours, a woman who lost a great deal of weight last year and is doing maintenance and keeps it off. And it's very inspiring because, you know, like you always say, and we all know it's so easy to lose weight. It's so easy to lose weight, really. I mean, obviously different people have different challenges, but it's just the keeping it off. And I really understand what that means. And I've been watching her do that. And I don't know, it's just so inspiring. I'm like, oh my God, it's been over a year. She's kept this off. She's doing it right. So I love, you know, Aaron talking about that too. It's just, it's interesting. First of all, love that your daughter wants to win both sides.
She just wants to win everything all the time.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. And then, your point of can't think of a bad reason. Like what could be wrong with that? It's true. Like There's nothing.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
Guess what? If you have diverticulitis, carnivore is probably not the greatest diet. And I say that not totally knowing exactly what diverticulitis is, but having kind of an idea about it. Anyway, I don't know. Maybe all meat is fine. But, you know, there's that, there's this new tick in the Pacific Northeast that gives you an allergy to meat, right?
Didn't know about this tick.
Well, there really wasn't ever clinically an allergy to meat. It doesn't really exist naturally. And then there's this tick came along, and some mutation in its bacteria caused a meat allergy in people. And so people were going into the hospitals going, I'm allergic to meat. And the doctors were like, that's not a thing. And they were like, no, I'm telling you, I'm allergic to meat. And doctors were like, there's no such thing as allergic to meat. Anyway, eventually enough people had this where they were like, shoot, some people are allergic to meat. We got to figure this out. Anyway, a tick is responsible for this. So those people shouldn't go on carnivore, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm sure there's, some people who would have a perfectly good reason why lots of people shouldn't be vegan also. And so I don't believe in one size fits all. I don't think maintenance is the be all end all to dieting, but I was too overly concentrated on dieting for a long time and not concentrated nearly enough on the rest of my life. And maintenance is the rest of your life unless you are going to gain the weight back.
Right.
So do you have a picture of Aaron?
I do. Let me show you right here. These are his before and afters. Isn't that awesome?
Wow. It's incredible. Aaron, you killed it.
I mean, seriously, you can see such a huge, huge change. And also I think my favorite thing about anyone's after photo is just that sense of accomplishment you see,
Are you crying again? You're crying again.
I'm not crying this time. I'm not, but I really love what Aaron shared with us, and I'm so happy that he did. I'm just the luckiest person because I get to hear all of this, via people writing into you. So I love it. It's pretty awesome. And I hope he keeps us posted on his success.
Me too. Thank you, Aaron.
If you would like to share your story with us, you can email it to us at americanglutton.net.